What does TV advertising cost? One of the most common questions we get. Well, let's try and break this down for you. If you're thinking about advertising on TV, chances are you're thinking about the costs involved. So, what does TV advertising cost? Well, it all comes down to when and where your ad is actually going to air. Now, you may often hear people talk about packages or some sort of deal or this or that. Don't be fooled, though. All that really means is the total cost for however many commercials you're actually buying put together. It's nothing more than a fancy word for total. Just as you'd see in a receipt, total cost. That's what your package is. When you get a bunch of groceries at the grocery store, you didn't get a package of groceries. You bought individual groceries, and that was your total cost. That's what a package is. You pay by the airing. Every airing, for the most part, is going to have a different price tag associated with it based on when and where your ad is actually playing, what time of day it's airing, what station it's on. The lowest cost option for TV advertising would be zoned cable advertising. This is where your TV commercials air in small, select geographic areas of a city on specific networks. Now, the cost per airing in this type of setup in some markets can be as low as $1 per airing. Those are fairly small areas, to $25, $50 on average in larger zones in major cities and major cable networks. But for the most part, zoned cable advertising can be very cost effective. We're talking, like I said, rates in most commonplace, anywhere from $1 to $25 per airing prime time on well-viewed networks in a specific zone. The second tier option for you, the second most expensive in that area, or the next step up, would be cable advertising across an entire city. This is called an interconnect. That's multiple zones put together. Now, the best way to describe that is if we're looking at as a puzzle, a zoned plan would be one piece of a puzzle. An interconnect would be the entire puzzle that covers a geographic populated area. For that sort of a cable advertising campaign, really it's based on demand and the size of the area you're covering. Those sometimes you can fall $10, $15, $25 in a low area per airing of a message on a popular network, all the way into the hundreds for a very in-demand network like Fox News, History Channel, something like that can get pretty pricey because there's only so many slots that they have for ads, and people are competing to be in those spots, so you do pay a premium for that. We can certainly get you exact rates, because this stuff changes like the stock market. Just give us a contact and we can look into that for you. The next option would be broadcast TV. That would be things like CBS, NBC, ABC, Fox, CW, things of that nature. Things that are not cable networks, things that are broadcast that you can get in without being a cable subscriber, a satellite subscriber. That's broadcast TV. And that can get pretty pricey. Can be very effective. You're reaching a lot of people, but you're paying a premium for it. Daytime, $25, $50, $100 per airing, depending on networks. Could be a little bit more on more in-demand shows. Prime time, that's where it gets really expensive, into the hundreds of dollars per airing, even sometimes over $1,000 per airing for very in-demand time slots. Highly rated news shows, things of that nature go into the thousands. We can certainly, like I said, look into that for you as well. National TV advertising going to be your most expensive options. Rates there vary quite a bit. Lower price, and I know it's not a low price, but you're talking around $200, $250 on some networks per airing of a message. But more realistically, your more commonplace going to be into the several $1,000s per airing of a message on national TV. And we can be talking multiples of that as well, depending on what sort of network we're talking about. Like I said, wide gamut. It's a very hard question to answer. What does TV advertising cost? But we can certainly help you narrow this down and figure out what options would be best for you, your brand, your budget, and what you're trying to do. Just contact us at alltvadvertising.com or give me a call at 800-606-7193, 800-606-7193, and I can answer that question more in depth for you and get you more exact numbers.